This is why I hope that it succeeds, because when you see these stories, they really, you know, a little boy wants to ride his bike. Well, he's blind. So good luck with that. He heard that bats echolocate by making clicking noises, and eventually a bat will know that you're 12 feet away, you're 17 feet away, and that you're a soft surface, that's a hard surface. An alley is there because I didn't hear any click even come back. That's off a brick surface. So the kid went, right, bats are blind. Everything's radar. Blind as a bat. But bats echolocate by clicking. So the kid started to do his own version of echolocating. Learned it, and learned to ride a bike. What the hell more inspiring story do you ever need than that, of like having the will to live? Holy shit. He just wanted to ride his bike like every other kid. He's now teaching other kids blind kids how to ride bikes. One of the intros I have is that everything I've done is fake. Everything you see tonight is real.
How much of a hand do you have in the stories and the people that are
They did a good job picking them. I just wanted to make sure that the tie-ins that I do thread them through, that makes sense to put certain stories together. They've done a good job of grouping them, and it makes you realize how many different stories there are. We can categorize them, there's so many of them. Just the natural wonders is a whole episode of, lizards doing ridiculous things. But it's all real, none of it's fake. And it's all shot in beautiful HD now, slow motion. There's a couple stories that are grossitosis. There's no better word for it. Yeah, Granny's gonna look away sometimes. That's the way it is. But again, none of it's fake. So look away if you want, but it's not like it didn't happen.
And with it being the Travel Channel, I'm assuming you traveled to a whole bunch of places connected with these stories. Has there been any places that was pretty awesome with these stories?
I didn't go to these places.
Oh, you didn't go to these places?
No.
Oh,
It would have been impossible for the crew to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they brought them in to talk to them.
Oh.
And then they provided a lot of footage that you see is the footage that they shot of themselves.
Was there any place that now you want to go after hearing these stories?
There's one, they build the human, it's in Spain, and they climb each other to make a tower of humans. And it's every year, and families do it, and they've done it for years, and these things collapse and like crush people. Yeah, oh, here's little Billy coming. Well, I think they put the little kids on the outside, because then they can, as all the adults get crushed horribly, the little kids can slide off the slopes on the side and just like have twisted limbs and stuff. But I'd like to go see that happen. It's not quite as bad as you run with the bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad. But this, sometimes they get 4 stories up. And when that comes down, that's a heap of hurt. Oh yeah, that's not a cheerleading squad going south. That's a building collapse.
And why do they do this?
Tradition. And families get involved. It's sort of like the Walendas, the guys who walk on the stuff. It's their, our family, we climbed the mountain. This is what we do. Grandfather climbed, he got squished, but it was okay. He died, it's ours, our family. I don't know why. You'd have to talk to them. And plus, look, it's Ripley's. I read the book as a kid. I still have it. It's a cloth-bound red book with really cool illustrations. Some guy blowing a candle out with his eye. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? I don't know. It caught my fancy. And they've kept that weird cartoony drawing stuff. They've kept it. So they have a great lineage, Ripley's. It's amazing. 100 years. That's a big deal. We don't have the attention span for anything, and these guys are like, they're a century old. It's pretty awesome.
All the stuff that you read as a kid, did you ever want to try any of those crazy stuff that you read in Ripley's?
No. That's why we have stunt people. No way in hell. No, once you get a good stunt guy, you realize what you should and shouldn't do. And you shouldn't do most things. You should let the stunt guy do it, because that's what they do. I think there's a lot of extraordinary people, and we're going to find them. And hopefully they will find us because of the show. We want them to come forward and go, hey, sorry, show. Look what I can do.
Are you ready to steal your stuff from people going up to you and going, look what I can do? And will it be in Ripley's?
Oh, I would be very happy. Since the show has been on the air long enough for people to do that. I'd love that. Show me what you can do. Oh, hell yeah. It's better than trying to pick a fight with you or something. We do natural wonders too. Lizards shooting poisonous blood out of their eyes to disable their foes. Yeah, there's some weird shit in nature too. It's all real. The trick now is to not have sucky stories. Well, I think we've set a pretty high bar for ourselves. And we have. So we got to get someone who can do better than card tricks, you know. It's like, what else you got? You have to say Guinness Book of World Records. They make us say Guinness Book of World Records. You can't just say, Joe Blow has a world record. There's apparently a world record and then a Guinness Book of World Records. It says more certified. We have a bunch of them. Yeah. Well, we got some Guinness people.
Guinness people.
It's good. I like doing it. I like talking about people who are overcoming horrible problems. What the hell's wrong with that? Graveyard. I live in Jacksonville, Oregon. It's a very small little town. It's a mining town. It goes back to the, 1840s. And my favorite tombstone is Joe Blow, 1850, killed by Indians. You go, yeah, all right. Half the people in those graveyards are only 6 years old.
Oh.
And so little Johnny didn't have much of a chance. There was the gold rush, and for some reason the kids got thrown under the wagon wheels. Oregon Trail, that's like the #1 thing to kill kids. They back up the wagon. All right, let's get it going. Someone finally charted. This is an amazing fact. Someone was mapping the deaths of the Oregon Trail. It's so extensive because so many things happened. They started to go west, and all these shyster salesmen were like, when you cross the great country there, you need a piano. Really? You think we do? Oh, you need a piano. And they get 5 miles out, they go, get this fucking piano off here. And then the people who sold it to him came back and picked the shit up and sold it again.
What?
Oh yeah, what a scam. What a scam in the Oregon Trail days? Fuck yeah, they did. I was gonna text someone, hey, watch out for those guys, they scammered. They're already killed by Indians up there.
It took 3 months.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys got on that.